Basically, I wanted to start by reading an email that I just received from a professor in Ithaca College's sociology department, which I don't have up. Let me see.
Yes?
All right. It says, Dear Troy, I'm a faculty member in the sociology department of Ithaca College. You mass emailed all of us today about the event Margot is hosting. I don't quite know what to make of this spam, because I suspect that any sociology faculties present at your event would be problematic. I don't know why that is. Thus, it was somewhat disturbing to be spammed in this way. I am writing as someone who has been part of the department for 6 years, but who was not tenured at the time of either of Margot's tenure file submissions. But I am also writing as a private citizen who has been doing various kinds of social justice work since 1985. Thus, in the spirit of free inquiry, I am writing, and I hope that you and others will remain aware that this is a very complex situation. One particular version of it, one 90-minute speech about it, as Margot referred to it, none of this can fully capture the complexity of the situation, which has been in process for many years. There are multiple perspectives and sides, and only one can be made public and available to the audience that you are hoping to galvanize tonight. No one from the department can speak, which is not true. No administrators, many who have moved on from IC, can speak. I don't know that you lose your voice when you move, but the students who did not write glowing evaluations of Margot's classes cannot speak. In fact, the only reason I could ever even consider sending you this email is because I never voted or sat on judgment in Margot's tenure case. But the threats of legal action necessitate quiet on her part. My main hope is that you will respectfully consider the enormous complexity of the situation, whose facets cannot be fully known or revealed, because there are multiple perspectives, evidence that is not available, and voices that cannot be heard. Thank you for your time. So I really liked getting this email. I really liked receiving this email because I like meeting people who, like myself, can't stand the fact that some people's voices cannot be heard. So it's good to hear someone say that all voices should be heard. It's good to hear and know that the freedom of speech is a widely recognized mainstream idea. I was a little disappointed to read the email, though, and I'll tell you why. In addition to saying that she respects and values all opinions, this professor also feels disturbed by me sending an email to her about tonight's meeting. So the fact that she feels disturbed about me, people trying to talk to other people, is bad enough. But it gets worse. The email that I sent her, most of you probably received this too, says, quote, come to this meeting so that you can determine for yourself whether or not Margot deserves support from the community. It then goes on to state directly afterwards, Margot is asking for Ithaca College to hold a public tenure review for her. I ask you, what could be better for allowing all opinions and facts to be expressed by all those that have something to say than a public tenure hearing? So that's why I was a little disappointed by this email. But like I said, I was only a little disappointed. And the reason for that is, in the few weeks that I and other members of the ISO, this is the International Socialist Organization, I'm a part of that organization, have been helping Margot, we've gotten used to hearing this concealed, self-righteous, totally transparent, these attacks on Margot's right to speak freely. Hopefully by starting a presentation, and we'll videotape it with that kind of argument, I won't have to address that ever again. So I won't say too much more. Let me just say two more things. One, let me explain further why it's important to respect Margot's right to freely speak. Margot speaks in her classes and in her personal and activist life on many topics ranging from Israel-Palestine to the international history and present functionings of capitalism. You know, I don't know if you've been watching the news, but this system that we have, capitalism, is not doing too well for most people. And so it's really important that we can educate, that we have people like Margot educating others about, you know, these issues, you know, from Israel, Palestine to, you know, whatever. Okay, second thing, I'm just going to outline what is going to happen tonight. So after I'm done, Margot will speak. She'll be speaking about, one, the tenure criteria, and explaining how she did meet those tenure criteria. Two, the reasons for her biased tenure process. Why did people in her department, in the administration, recommend to not give her tenure? And because she spoke out about sexual harassment she faced. and because she spoke out about Israel-Palestine, and because they thought, I didn't put this on the board, but because all these individuals that attacked her thought they could get away with it because she's just a woman of color who's foreign and a non-citizen immigrant. And then third, she'll be talking just about the actual tenure process itself and all the violations that were committed by the individuals that I was describing. Then Margot's lawyer, Norman Finkelstein and Joel Covell will be speaking, just talking about the commonness of Margot's situation. You know, this is not a unique situation that has only happened to Margot. It's happened to a lot of people, and they can introduce themselves. And then finally we'll have a period for questions and answers and discussion. And then after that, if anybody wants to make any more announcements, they can feel free to do that. So with that, I'll let Margot begin.
I'd like to really thank all of you for coming and welcome. And also, if Norman, Joel, and Lynn can hear me, also like to welcome them in our event tonight. I hope you can hear me. Can you all hear me?
Margot speaking, I can hear you. That's great. Hello?
Okay, hi. I will try to speak
Hi,
loud.
guys. Margot's going to start her talk. Can you hear us all?
I can hear you
Not
very well.
really. What I hear is a bubbly sound.
Okay. If you can stand by, and we will ask you to comment soon, and hopefully you can hear as much of Margot's speech.
Right.
Sorry for the.
May I make a suggestion?
Of course.
Why not just take your cell phone and put it on the podium where Margot is speaking? I think I would hear more clearly from the cell phone than I am from the Skype.
Okay. All right. We'll arrange for that, Norman. Okay.
Okay.
Speak into the mic.
We
have to speak loudly.
Yeah?
The mic
Yeah.
doesn't come out the speakers here.
It's only for them.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, I will try to. I mean, it's a pretty long talk, but I'll try to follow the steps that Troy laid out here on the board, and so not to be confusing, and therefore I will also have to hold on to my written text that will help you to get my talk without getting confused. Okay, I'm going to explain you first the criteria for tenure and promotion in the Department of Sociology at Ithaca College. The criteria for tenure and promotion are divided into 3 categories. The first category is teaching. According to the Ithaca College Faculty Handbook, evidence of teaching excellence is shown by classroom performance, course development, advisement of students, honors thesis, and more. It's a whole range of responsibilities that we carry as teachers in our classes. How does Ithaca College judge